Hello students, welcome to Monalisha Science Academy. And in the previous class I had discussed about time and tense, and also I had told you about three types of actions like present time action, past time action and future time action, right? Anyway, today we would like to learn time and tense series wise. Today I am here to let you know how to learn tense series wise. That's why I would like to take you to this box. So this box is called indefinite series. So indefinite series, in the indefinite series box you can see the first one is present indefinite, the second one is past indefinite, and the third one is future indefinite. So all the three indefinite is present indefinite, past indefinite and future indefinite are in one box, and we call this box a indefinite box, right? And the second box is here continuous series box. In the continuous series box you can see the present continuous, the second one past continuous, and the third is future continuous, right? And let's come here and see the perfect series box. So in the perfect series box you can see present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, and the last box here you can see is a perfect continuous series. The first one is present perfect continuous, the second one is past perfect continuous, and the third one is your future perfect continuous, right? So this is a very simple technique to learn tense. How to learn tense in a very easy way, in a very convenient way, very comfortable way we can learn tense. Okay, let me first start with the present indefinite. The first I would like to let you know details about present indefinite tense. That's why I have to cite some examples. Okay, let me rub these boxes now. And this box also I would like to rub. Okay. So now learning time and tense series wise, and I have told you the series. There are four series. One was indefinite series, second was continuous series, third was perfect series, and the last one was perfect continuous series. So the first one comes the indefinite series, and in the indefinite series the first one is present indefinite. So here you see I have divided the present indefinite on the basis of voice, on the basis of a voice. So you know what is voice? Voice. So grammatically to understand, voice means sentence. Here voice means the sentence. So voice means, you know, it's a sound. Literally to say it's a sound. Okay, that comes from here and comes out. So here in grammar we can say voice is sentence. So the sentence structure can be divided on the basis of voice into active voice and passive voice. The voice can be divided into two voices. The first one is active voice, the second is passive voice. So in the active voice what happens? In the active voice the subject dominates. In the passive voice object dominates. Let me tell you one thing about active voice. Voice means, I have told you, sentence. Active means the active sentence. What is active sentence? So active sentence means the subject is active. The subject is active. When you talk about an active person, so what do you understand by it? Active person means a smart person. So here the doer of the action is subject. So what is subject? Let us know first. I think I have told you in the previous classes about subjects. The subjects mean the doer of an action. The person who does an action is called a subject. So here the doer of the action is smart, is active. That's why this voice is called the active voice. But in the passive voice, so what do you understand by passive? Let me first explain the word passive, right? The passive means what? I'm telling you. Passive voice. So voice means sentence, I have told you. So passive means lazy. The meaning of a passive is lazy. So here the subject is lazy. In the passive voice, we see one thing, that the subject, the doer of the action is lazy. So you see, that's why subject is missing in the passive voice sentence. In the passive voice, you can't see. Do you see the subject here? No. So here only at the beginning of the sentence you see the object and the subject is missing here. The sentence begins with the object in passive voice, and in the active voice the sentence starts with subject. So here the subject comes first, that's why we can say the subject is active. So it's called, hence it is called active voice. But here subject is missing, it's not here, it's not visible here, it's missing, it disappears from the sentence, and in its place comes the object. The object comes first in the sentence. That's why we call this passive voice, because the subject is missing. It's not here, right? The structure. We are talking about the structures of the sentences. Each and every tense, like the first one is present indefinite tense. The present indefinite tense has two parts. The first is active voice part, the second is passive voice part. In the active voice part, you can see it is written here P. So P stands for what? Positive. Positive sentence. So this is positive sentence. We can also say this affirmative sentence. Affirmative sentence or positive sentence. The positive sentence, that means yes saying sentence is called positive sentence. Next one is N. N means negative sentence. Negative sentence. So negative sentence means no saying sentence is called negative sentence. The third one is PI. P for positive, P for positive, and I for interrogative. Right? The positive and interrogative sentence, they come together, positive and interrogative. That's why we call it PI, a positive interrogative sentence. The structure is this, right? And last one is NI. So N stands for negative and I for interrogative. So this is called NI, means it is negative interrogative sentence. So in the active voice, the first sentence is positive sentence. Its structure is subject. Next comes V1. That means the first form of the verb. Next comes object. So in the passive voice, what happens? In the same tense, first comes object. Next comes am, is, are, and at last comes V3. In the negative, subject, don't, oblique doesn't, plus V1 plus object. Here in passive voice, object, am, is, are, plus not, plus V3. In the PI, positive interrogative, do, oblique does, subject, plus V1 plus object. And here in the passive voice, am, is, are, here comes in the beginning, next comes object, next comes V3. And the last one, NI, means negative interrogative. The first is do, does, next comes V1, sorry, subject, next not, next V1, next object. Here amager comes first, and next comes object, not, and at last comes V3. So let me here clarify these structures. These are the structural foundations to learn English grammar. These are the very structures we can call them the foundational structures. So first of all, we have to learn these structures very well so that we can make a sentence. So here I will cite some examples in order to make you understand the utility, the usefulness of all these structures, right? So let me here cite some examples for you. Suppose V1, V2 and V3. The word I would like to take for you is appreciate, appreciate. The second one is appreciate, appreciated. D is here. And the last one is, that is V3, appreciated. This is appreciated. So this is V1, this is V2, this is V3. So these are the three forms of a verb, right? So the example I would like to take here, suppose subject is here, they, and object is you. So they and you. So example is in active voice. The example of P means positive, number 1. So 1 means positive, 2 means negative, PI means 3, NI means 4. So similarly we have to understand. The first is they, you see. Next comes what? V1. V1 means what? Appreciate. appreciate. They appreciate. Next comes the object, means you. The sentence thus formed is they appreciate you, right? So next let's make the passive voice of this sentence. Okay, this is the active voice and here is passive voice, right? So this is one from the side of active voice and here is also one. This is from the side of passive voice. So first comes what? Object. Object means we know the object is here you, and so we have to write here you first. In place of object we can write you here. So you and is are. R is the right option for you. So you are. Last one is with. So you are appreciated. You are appreciated, right? So here in active voice we say they appreciate you. In passive voice it is you are appreciated. So in the number 2 ones, 2 sentence, that means negative sentence. The sentence is subject comes first. So they here comes, they is the subject. So they comes here. They don't oblique doesn't. So they don't, right? B1 means appreciate. They don't appreciate. Object is here you. They don't appreciate you. This is the negative sentence of active voice. The passive of this sentence is what? First comes object, means you. Next comes are, you are not. Next V3 is appreciated. It is appreciated. So they don't appreciate you in the negative sentence of active voice. So here in the negative sentence of passive voice is you are not appreciated. The third one is from the side of active voice. You can see do, does, next subject, next V1, next object. So do. Next comes subject, means they. Do they. Do they. V1 means appreciate. 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 So do they appreciate you? And comes the question mark in the end. So here the positive interrogative sentence structure is am is are. Next comes object, next comes V3. So here comes are, because are is the right option for object you. So are you. Next is appreciated. appreciated. So are you appreciated? Question marks in the end. And the last one, fourth one. So do they here, do they not, first one, V1 means appreciate, do they not appreciate you, right? And the passive voice is are, here is are, you can see. Next comes object is you, as you know, and next comes not, are you not, and the last word is the verb, third form, it is appreciated. So at a time we can learn two types of sentences based on voice. One is your active voice and the second is passive voice. I mean to say that the present indefinite tense can be expressed in two ways. One is of active voice and the second one is of passive voice. So these are the very structures. We can take help of these structures in order to make sentences. Now let us understand what are the conditions, what are the uses of the sentence present indefinite. That's why let me rub these writings at first to give a very clear picture of the uses of this present indefinite tense to you. Just a bit. Okay. All right. Now let me write here present indefinite. That's all. Present indefinite means present indefinite tense, right? So present indefinite tense. So let's know the uses of this tense. Okay, I have told you about the structure. Just I have told you the active voice structure, the passive voice structure. I have told you. Now let's know about the uses. The uses of present indefinite. What are the uses? Under what circumstances, in what conditions, what are the conditions required for the use of this tense present indefinite? The first one is that the present indefinite tense is used to express present time action. So let me write here present time action. So you know, in the previous class I have told about present time action. That means the action currently going on, at present going on. The actions which is happening right now is called present time action. So present indefinite tense and present time actions both are related. Here there is a relation between the present indefinite tense and present time action. So present indefinite structure can be used to express a present time action. So in the present time actions, I had also told you in the previous class. I would like to give a recap of the same things what I had taught you in the previous class. Is first one is here what's universal. Next is natural, and third is habitual, and fourth is scientific, and it is general. Next is permanent, universal, natural, habitual, scientific, general, permanent facts. So we can express the universal facts, the natural facts, the habitual facts the scientific facts, the general facts, the permanent facts by using the structure of a present indefinite. The structure of which is known to you. Once again I am writing subject plus V1 plus object. This is the structure from the side of active voice, and the structure from the side of passive voice is object plus M is R plus V3. So we can use these two structures, either this one subject plus V1 plus object, or this one object M is R plus V3, in order to express these facts. These facts means universal facts, natural facts, and habitual facts, scientific facts, general facts, and permanent facts. The example of the universal facts, the first one is the earth moves around the sun. This is a universal fact. Natural facts. The example of the natural fact is new leaves sprout on trees and plants with the advent means coming in the advent of spring season. So when spring season comes, new leaves sprout on the trees and plants, So this is an example of a natural fact. And the third one is your habitual fact. Suppose the habitual fact. What is the habitual fact? The habitual fact is I tell truth. So this is my habit. I love to speak truth, so I tell truth is an example of a habitual action. And next is your scientific action. The example of scientific action. This is the fourth one. The example of scientific fact is water freezes at 0 degree Celsius. So this is an example of a scientific fact. The general fact, fifth one is the general fact. The example of which is the sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. The sun sets in the west. These are the general facts. We cannot deny these facts. Permanent facts. The last one is here permanent fact. The example of which is suppose the Udala College. Here we can take the example of Udala College. The Udala College stands on the Udala Baripada Road near Udala. So this is the standing of Udala College. It's a very permanent fact. So it can be changed. It can be belied at all. So this is all about the present time action. Next. So students, the present indefinite tense, the usage of present indefinite tense is to represent an action of a present time action, right? Present time action. So present time action can be expressed by using the structure of a present indefinite, right? So similarly, past time action as well as future time action. Future time action also represents present indefinite, and how past time action and future time actions can be used, can be related with present indefinite tense. In other words, to say how the structure of a present indefinite tense can be used up to express an action that belongs to past time and future time, but we discussed in the next class. That's all. Bye bye. Catch you.